Hi, I'm Angie Claud. I've been teaching yoga now for about 6 years, and I've had a lot of my class participants to ask me to bring the classes online. So thankfully, with the powers of YouTube, I'm able to extend these classes to you. Please remember, like with any other exercise activity, to make sure you consult with your physician that it's okay for you to start. And remember to listen to your body and do what it says. It will never steer you wrong. So make sure that you don't feel any pain or strain in anything you do. Always remember, take what you need, leave the rest behind. I hope you enjoy these classes. Namaste. So we'll start here in Sukhasana with your legs crossed. Remember, you can always modify anything, so if you need to bring your one leg back, you can do so, or if you'd rather lie down with your knees up. We always start our practice with that still, quiet time. So close your eyes. Give yourself the gift of being still. Remember, we come to this time without judgment. So just bring attention to your body. Notice how your physical body feels. Notice your thoughts. Notice your emotions, your mood. Start to notice your breath and how the body moves, just to allow you to breathe. Give yourself the gift of silence and see what silence can reveal to you. Draw your next deep breath in. And with that breath, feel a healing, cleansing breath drawing inward, bringing you energy, strength, and peace. And as you release that breath, let go. Let go of the things that you've been holding on to, the things that are keeping you from moving forward, from changing, growing, and living. Let the breath always be a practice to you. Exhaling, letting go. Inhaling, receiving. The next time you take a deep breath in, allow the chin to gently float to the ceiling. Remember, if it ever bothers you, to lift your face skyward. You can keep your face at neutral or tuck your chin into your chest. This is your practice. Let your face soften, relax. The lines in your forehead, the muscles around your eyes, your chin, your jaw, your cheeks. Allow them all to just relax. Take your next deep breath in. And as you breathe out, allow your chin to float down into the right collarbone. Let the weight of your head gently draw your chin down into your chest. Breathe. Lift the face up as if gazing over to the right side of the room. Remember, this, as in all of the postures, can be as gentle or as increased as you need it to be. So maybe you're drawing your chin close to your shoulder. Maybe it's over the shoulder. Maybe you're looking up and over as if gazing at the moon. Gently bring the chin into the left collarbone. Let it reside there. And then lift the chin again as if gazing over to the left. Again, bring it close to the shoulder, maybe over the shoulder, maybe looking up and over as if gazing at the moon. And start to allow the chin to float across the chest. Move the head back and forth in that half moon sway from left to right. If it's available to you, maybe come full circle with the neck, moving several times one way and then the other. Let this movement pull away tension, tightness, stress, fatigue that you've incurred during your day. The next time the chin rolls over the chest, let it reside there. Again, letting the weight of the head gently pull the chin into the chest, soften through the shoulders, relax the hips, the knees. Breathe. Lift the face back to neutral. Bring your hands to heart center. Set your intention for your class today. Maybe it's a personal intention. Maybe it's one to have that attitude of gratitude, thinking of the things that you're grateful for. Remember, where gratefulness exists in the mind, you cannot hold a negative thought at the same time. So have that attitude of gratitude. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let go. Let go of that stuff that you're carrying on your shoulders, in your mind, in your heart. Slowly open up the eyes. Bring the arms skyward. Reach with fingers, soften through shoulders. Remember, when we stretch, there's no need to strain. So we reach with our fingers, we elongate through the core, and we relax through our knees. Breathe. And then keeping your hips forward, twist from that upper thoracic spine. Bring your right arm behind you, your left arm perches onto your right knee, and we're stretching through the right side of the chest. We draw that right shoulder back, opening the chest up. Remember, your hips stay forward, protecting that lumbar spine. This is your Ardha Matsyendrasana, your half spinal twist. And release. Come back skyward. Reach with fingers, soften through shoulders. Same thing on the opposite side. Now my left arm comes behind me. My right arm perches onto my left knee. And again, I encourage that left shoulder back, never to pain or strain, of course, but opening the side of the chest up. Breathe. And you can start to flow. Lifting skyward and twist. And lift and twist. Flowing at your pace, at your rhythm, just warming that spine up, opening up through the chest, stretching through the arms. And one more time. And back. Nice. Bring the arms behind you. Lift through your heart, and let your shoulder blades reach towards one another. Maybe bringing your gaze to the ceiling. Again, if not, if that's not good for you, come forward, or maybe bringing your chin into your chest. A little seated cow here, and your cat bending through your back. Flowing back and forth a time or two, your cow and your cat. A couple more times, opening up through the chest and bending through the back. Now, rolling up from Sukhasana, or finding the way that's best for you to come up to look like a table. So you're on your mat, your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Always remember, if you have knee issues, you can pick up your mat and draw it close to you and have a bump in your mat for some padding. If you have wrist issues, you can make a fist. I suggest you take off your rings. There's always a way to modify if you have issues that keep you from practicing a certain posture. So my hands are underneath my shoulders, my knees are underneath my hips. Again, I lift my heart here with my cow pose, with my inhale, and then I curl through the back, tucking through the core. So now I contract my core into my cat. So I inhale to my cow, exhale into my cat, flowing back and forth a time or two. Cow, inhale, cat, exhale. This is excellent for insomnia. Great to do before you go to bed. Just warming up the spine, promoting circulation. If you need a little more movement here, you can bend through the arms and lift and roll up into your cat, and then push into the hands and into your cow. Back and forth. Cat with your exhale, and cow with your inhale, flowing back and forth from one to the other. Last time. Now allow your hips to flow back onto your heels. Your arms are in front of you. You're in Salabhasana, child's pose. So my fingers are spread wide. I'm planting into my palms. The rest of my body is stretched and lengthened behind me. And my core is nice and taut. Everything else nice and relaxed here in your child's pose. Remember, child's pose is a place that we honor the body. So if you ever need to come here to rest during the practice, do it. You don't need me to bring you here. From your child's pose, lift your hips up and allow your lower body to just relax. Now, the more you allow your legs to surrender to the floor, the more you're bending through the back here in King Cobra. So if it's not good for you to bend the back so much, lift your legs up, lengthen through the body, press into your hands. Otherwise, let the lower body weight come to the floor so you can bend through the back. If you need a little more, you can bend through your legs. King Cobra. From King Cobra, you can curl through your toes, push into the balls of your feet, lift your hips up, press your heels down into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. I can walk my toes just a step or two closer to my face, feeling that deeper stretch from my calf all the way up into the gluteus. This is your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, your weight's in your hands, your hips are lifted, your heels pressing down. So my head and neck is relaxed but controlled in between my biceps. And I create that resistance by, again, lifting the hips, pressing in the heels, feeling that stretch all the way down the leg. From your down dog, flow into your plank. You can be in a full plank with a nice tight core, hands directly underneath shoulders. Or you can set your knees down, crisscrossing through your legs. So remember, whenever we say plank, you can be in a full or half. That's your choice. Flow a time or two from your down dog into your plank. You're like a hinge. Your hands and the balls of your feet do not move. Just your hips lifting, your heels pressing. Breathe. Nice. Now next time, maybe lift with your down dog and lower to your plank, and then flow into your King Cobra. Lifting through your heart here. Ease down, let the elbows graze the body. Come to Baby Cobra, Bhujang Asana. In your Bhujang Asana, your elbows are into the body, your head and neck flat, your heart slightly lifted. This is a lower back strengthener. There's little to no weight in my hands. Baby Cobra. Now curl through your toes, push up to your plank, half a full, and lift into your down dog. So now you can flow from your downward facing dog to your plank, to your King Cobra, to your Baby Cobra. Curl through your toes, push back to your plank, lift back to your down dog. Again, flow again. Come to your plank, lift to your King Cobra. Ease down, Baby Cobra. Push back to your plank and your down dog. Now you can always challenge here by lifting a leg. So lift the right leg. Doesn't matter how high, just lift it. Press into your left heel. Maybe now flow forward into a one-legged plank. Chaturanga, down. Lift, King Cobra. This is a little more arm work, so if this is too much, stay in that first flow. Baby Cobra. Curl through one foot or both. Push to plank. Lift to three-legged dog. Lower that right leg. Maybe lift the left. Lower. One-legged plank. Chaturanga, down. Lift, King Cobra. Ease down. Baby Cobra. Bhujang Asana. Curl through one foot or both. One-legged plank. Three-legged dog. Lower. That left leg now. Walk your dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Breathe. Nice. Take your right leg behind your left. Press into your right heel. Flow forward to your plank. Maybe resting that leg on top, maybe challenging by hovering that leg over the left. Lift back. Breathe. Press the heels towards the floor. Release. Right leg beside left. Same thing on the opposite side. Now my left leg's behind my right. Press into your heels. Maybe flow forward to your plank, one-legged. And lift back. Press the heels down. Release, left leg beside right. Slowly walk the feet up to the hands. Come to your Uttanasana, forward fold. Now remember, in your forward fold, your hands can fall wherever they may. Maybe they're on your shin. Maybe your fingertips are at the floor. Maybe your whole hand is on the floor. It doesn't matter. Remember to keep competition and ego out of this. Breathe. Uttanasana, forward fold. As I raise my hands to my shins, I come to my half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. I lengthen through the back, press the crown of the head forward, core is taut, that's what's keeping me up. And then I release my hands back down under the shoulders, Uttanasana, forward fold. A slow reverse swan dive brings me up. My hands come to heart center, and I think, what am I thinking about? Ground here for a moment. Where are your thoughts? Flow with me. Inhale up. Exhale down. Uttanasana. Inhale, your hands to your shins. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, your left foot back in your right. Downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Flow forward to your plank as you exhale. Inhale, lift to your king cobra. Exhale, back to your plank. Inhale, lift, down dog. Exhale, softly walk the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, a slow reverse swan dive brings me up. Exhale, hands to heart center. What am I thinking about? Without judgment. Think of your thoughts. So make sure your feet are hip width apart. Bring your arms skyward. Hands to heart center. Come into your chair pose. Uttanasana. In your chair pose, basically a squat, just like you're sitting in a chair. So keep your back lengthened. Press your weight into your buttocks and your heels. Breathe. So I'm not leaning forward. The more forward I would lean, the more pressure on my kneecaps. So I really want to put weight into the buttocks, weight into the heels here. Now remember, when you take body weight off and you hover, it's much more challenging. So if I'm hovering here, this is much more challenging than if I'm putting weight into my quads here. So if you need to rest here, do that. Otherwise, come to hover. Maybe bring the arms in front, lengthening through the arms, pressing the buttocks behind me. Breathe. Bring your hands to heart center. Take your left foot behind your right. So, again, if I'm bending through my knee here, I'm taking off body weight because I've lifted the heel up. So, this is much more challenging than if I need to lengthen and press the heel down into the mat. This is your practice. Constantly be aware of how you feel, where you need to be. Maybe I can extend the arms and come forward, not changing the lower body, tightening through the core to hover. Maybe bring left hand down, right hand skyward into that twist. Breathe. Let your head and neck relax. And then lift up. Remember not to launch from the arm, but instead push from the foot. Bring your left foot to your right. Uttanasana, chair pose. Same thing on the opposite side. I take my right leg now behind my left. Maybe extend. Maybe start to dip down. Right arm down, left arm skyward. The more weight I put into those right fingertips, the less I'm using my core. So try to just barely place those left fingertips on the floor. Tighten through your core, lift and reach with the left fingertips. Relax through your head. Again, don't launch from the hand, push from the left foot. Coming up, and back. Right foot beside left. Now take a big step forward. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Step and bend. Remember, if I'm working against body weight, I'm bending through this knee. I've taken weight off. I've shifted the weight to primarily to my right foot, but also grounding with my left ball of my foot. If I need to, I can lengthen through that leg and press into that heel. Now think more of picking up the foot instead of launching from it. Pick up the right foot, come to the right. Lengthen through your left leg. Remember, hovering more challenging. If I need to put weight here into my leg, or ground here, or if I need to set on my fingertips to the floor, lengthening through my left leg, stretching that left adductor, the inner thigh. I want a 90-degree angle in my right leg. And then I lift. Right foot behind left. Shift the weight to your right foot. Flex through your left. Your weight is in your right foot so that there's no pressure on that heel. And then you're coming forward. Again, step, bend, hold, breathe. Again, lift up, come to the right, lengthen, hover. Right foot behind left. Flex that left foot. Press into the right. Tighten through your core. Breathe. Last time, coming forward. Right foot, steps, bends, hold. Right foot lifts up. Think of lifting. Extend, lengthen, breathe. Right foot behind left. Shift the weight to the right foot. Flex through those toes. Breathe. And back to your chair pose. You should notice your right quadricep right now. Same thing on the opposite side. Left foot comes forward. Now you know where we're going. We've already done that on what we're going to do on the opposite side. Try not to rush out into that in your mind. Enjoy each part. Be here, right now. Lift up the foot, come to the left. Lengthen through the right leg. Stretch that right adductor now. 90-degree angle in that left leg. Hover. Bring that left foot behind the right. Flex through the foot. Shift the weight to the left foot. Tighten to the core. Come forward. Left foot, bend, step. Breathe. Again, think more picking up than launching off of. Pick up, lengthen, breathe. Left foot behind right, flex your foot. And one more time. You should be starting to feel your quad more and more here. You're working big muscle groups. You're going to feel your heart rate climb up. Maybe your breath pattern's gotten a little more rapid. Left foot to the left. Left foot behind right. Flex through that foot. Shift the weight to that left foot. Tighten through the core. Breathe. And back. Uttanasana, chair pose. So from your chair pose, maybe you can lift the left heel. Maybe you can lift that left leg, a one-legged squat. So my heart is lifted. I'm not leaning forward. Maybe I can take that leg and place it on top of the other into that piriformis squat. Breathe. And release. Uttanasana, chair pose. Same thing, opposite side. Maybe I'm good right here, just lifting the heel. That's taking body weight off. That's challenging me. Maybe I can do a little more. Lift the leg. Maybe I can cross the leg over. Breathe. And and release. Okay. Now take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Maybe you want to press one hand into the other. Notice how your left knee is trying to jet out past your right. Draw it back in. Press your buttocks down. Maybe you're here. Maybe you can challenge a little more, extending one arm up, one down. Breathe. And back to your chair pose. Same thing on the opposite side. Take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Draw your right knee in, one hand on top of the other. Tighten through your core. Maybe open the arms up. Relax your head. Notice your head, your face, your neck. As you go through a lot of these postures, you may be holding tension there where you don't need to. And release. Nice. Now, if you can, bring your hands down slowly and start to lift through the right leg, coming to your standing split. It doesn't matter how high you lift that right leg. Again, this is not a competition. We're just trying to increase the space from one leg to the other. Nice. Lower that right leg down behind the left. Walk your hands back. The further you walk them back behind the heels, the more the chest presses towards the upper thigh, the deeper the stretch in the hamstring. Relax your head. Breathe. Walk your hands back out under your shoulders. Marry your right foot to your left. Now lift your left leg skyward. Take your left leg behind your right. Walk your hands back behind your heels. Tighten through your core. Relax your upper body down. Breathe. Hands come out on their shoulders. Take your left foot beside your right. A slow reverse swan dive brings me up. Hands come to heart center. What am I thinking about? What are your thoughts at this very moment? Moving into a sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. Come to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Bring the arms skyward. Swan dive down. Your arms open, your heart opens. You hinge from your hips. You lengthen through your back. Release your arms down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Press your hands back down under the shoulders. Take your left knee into your chest. Extend your left leg behind you. So this is really important here. When you come into your lunge, you want to always make sure you have a 90-degree angle in that front leg. So knee right on top of foot. You never want the knee past the foot. It's too much pressure on the kneecap. So you can always draw your knee back or wiggle your toes forward. If you need to set your back leg down, do it. Remember, listen to your body. And every day is going to be different. But I guarantee you, if you listen to your body, it will never guide you wrong. So you're in your lunge here. Start to spin your back foot out. And push from your foot, not from your hands. So maybe to encourage you to do this, lift your hands up. Push from the foot. Come on up into your warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. So you find your warrior 2. You flow into that, and then you start to assess your form. Your knee leans more to the pinky. Your back foot determines the comfort of your knee. Your fingers are extended. Your shoulders soft. Core is tight. Warrior 2. Reverse your palm, reverse your warrior. So I can look down at my arm that's stretched down to my leg, or I can look up and back. Warrior 2. Lengthen through your leg. Release your arm down into your triangle, Trikonasana. I can rest my arm gently onto my shin, or I can dangle my right fingertips over the floor. The less weight I put into those fingertips, the more I'm using my core. I'm reaching with my left. Head and neck is relaxed. Triangle. Now I can challenge here in my triangle by bringing one arm behind me and the other. Again, hovering, working against body weight. Breathe. If I choose to challenge even more, I can bend through the knee and bring the right arm underneath the right leg. Finding the posture. Maybe meeting the fingers. If your fingers don't meet, no worry. Remember, take what you need, leave the rest behind. And then come on up. Push from the foot. Come into your warrior two. Now, practicing that agility, movement with balance. I'm going to bring the right arm back, the left arm forward, slowly spin through that back foot. Reaching my left arm skyward, my left leg behind me, stretching that psoas muscle. Breathe. You can stay here or you can challenge, hovering forward. Again, working body weight, shifting my weight to my right foot, extending my left fingers out. Maybe I come to that twist. Left hand down, right underneath the left shoulder, right arm skyward. Breathe. Release. Right hand beside the right foot. Take your right foot back to Mary, your left, downward facing dog. From your down dog, flow forward to your plank. Lift to your king cobra. Ease down, baby cobra. Push back to your plank. Lift up to your down dog. Remember, you can challenge here. Right leg skyward, one-legged plank. Chaturanga down. Lift, king cobra. Ease down, baby cobra. Curl through one foot or both. Come up, plank, lift, three-legged dog. Lower that leg. Maybe challenge on the opposite side, left leg. Come skyward, flow forward, one-legged plank. Chaturanga down. Lift, king cobra. Ease down, baby cobra. Curl through one foot or both, along the toes. Come up, one-legged plank. Lift, three-legged dog. Draw the left knee in, bring the left foot forward, lift and place. So we find our form once again in that lunge, a 90-degree angle. We spin through the back foot. And remember, if you can pick up your hands to encourage you to push from the foot and flow into warrior two. So again, we find form. You come into your warrior two. Make sure your knee leans to the pinky. Arms extended. Reverse your palm. Reverse warrior. Breathe. Lower. Warrior two. Lengthen through the leg. Lower down. Trikonasana. Triangle. So this should feel very free, and you're being suspended, you should feel, from your right fingertips. Little to no weight into your left fingertips. Relax your head and neck. Tighten through your core. Trikonasana, triangle. Remember, you can challenge here in your triangle. One arm behind your back, maybe both, keeping your form. Maybe challenge even more, bending through that knee, bringing the left arm underneath the left leg, binding your posture. Driving the weight into that left foot, tighten through your core, relax your head and neck. Breathe. And then come up. Warrior two. Again, practicing that balance. Right arm now forward, left arm back. Spin through that back foot. Remember, when you stretch the psoas muscle, you want that same arm skyward that the leg is behind you. So I'm reaching with my right arm, my right leg's behind me. Maybe I hover forward. Maybe I come into that twist. Breathe. Release. Left arm to left foot. Bring your right foot to marry your left. Uttanasana, forward fold. A slow reverse swan dive brings me up. My hands come to heart center, and once again, I assess my thoughts. Remember, without judgment, the less you judge yourself, the better you'll be at going out and not judging others. Another sun salutation. Bring the arms skyward, swan dive down. Your arms open, your heart opens. Hinge from your hips, lengthen through your back, tighten through your core. Release your arms down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Press your hands underneath your shoulders. Take your right knee this time into the chest. Extend the right leg behind us. Runner's lunge. So now for my runner's lunge, go ahead and set your back leg down. You always have the option to do this. Bring your hands to your quad. So maybe I stay here. Maybe this is good enough, right here. Maybe I want to move on. Maybe my arms can extend. Maybe I can challenge now, curling through my toes and coming up. Breathe. Hands to heart center. Slow and controlled, and I'm gently going to twist to the left. Remember, you can keep that back knee down if you need to do so. Coming back around. Releasing your hands under your shoulders. Bring your left foot to marry your right. Downward facing dog. Flow forward this time to your plank. Full or half. So I can set my left knee down, or I can stay in this nice long full plank, bringing the left hand in. When I rotate to the right, I want to make sure that left hand is directly underneath my left shoulder as I raise my right arm skyward. In my full side plank, or again, I can always set down my left knee, being in my half if this is what I need. If I'd like to challenge here in my full plank, I can always raise through my right leg and balance. You choose. Release. Right arm. Now do your plank. Nice. Same thing on the opposite side. I can either set down my right leg, or I can move into that full side plank on the left. Make sure that right arm is directly underneath that right shoulder to take the weight. Maybe challenge, lifting and balancing. Release. Left arm to right. So making sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Keep your elbows in as you come down. Chaturanga. Come down slow, come down quick, or hover. Ease to the floor. Baby cobra. Your Bhujang Asana. Again, little to no weight in my hands. My heart is lifted. Be mindful of your back and any back issues. So if this bothers your back, lower your chest. However, if you can, release one arm behind you and then the other. Now you're working against body weight. Maybe you can lift one leg and the other, coming into locust pose, Salabhasana. Breathe. The more I bring my hands in to hover over the buttocks, the more I'm feeling it in that tricep area. Don't hold your breath. Breathe. Release. Legs down. Hands under shoulders. Elbows in. Push to your plank. Lift to your down dog. Breathe. Maybe walk your dog a time or two, bending one knee and then the other. You can even roll through the foot, letting the top of the foot gently make contact with the mat, stretching through those toes. Breathe. Now my right leg climbs skyward, my right knee comes in, my right foot comes forward, finding that 90-degree angle. Relax that back leg down. Bring your hands to your quad. So maybe I stay here. Maybe I want to challenge, curling through those toes, coming up. Maybe I can challenge my balance a little further by twisting gently to the right. Release your arms under your shoulders. Bring your left foot to Mary, your right. Uttanasana, forward fold. A slow reverse swan dive brings me up. My hands come to heart center. Where are my thoughts? Nice. Stand in balance. So make sure your feet are underneath your hips. If you need to hold on to a wall, if you're working on balance or a chair, do that. So we find our good stature, our mountain pose, Tadasana. I always say Tada, Tadasana. So this is your good stature. You're stacking your joints one on top of the other. Your pelvic area tilted, draw your navel in, bring your shoulders front, up, back, and down. This is your good posture. Not because it looks better, because your body works better this way. And then we shift. And when we shift, we're not leaning, we just lifted one foot up. So we note to shift the weight. We adapt, we change. And we notice what we're holding tight. Maybe our knees or our toes are tight, so we tilt to the pelvic area. We tighten through the core. Now, using that hip flexor, the crease in your leg, lift that leg up, flex through your foot. Try to get your height with a bent leg before you extend out. Much easier to lift a bent leg than a lengthened one. Draw back. Now bring that leg behind you. Extend the arms in front of you, coming into your warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3. So remember, your balance is going to be different every day, maybe hour to hour. There's a lot of things that affect balance, but the more we practice it, the better we get. If you can, slow and control, release your hands to the floor, come back into that standing split, lifting the leg as high as you can. Release that left leg down. A slow reverse swan dive brings me up. And my hands come to heart center. Same thing on the opposite side, now lifting my right leg. Again, it's like an hourglass. We emptied one leg, we filled the other. So we think of that shift. Kind of like life. We have those small changes, maybe big changes. We need to learn to adapt, but adapt slow and sure with control. Move on. Foot and leg lift. Use that hip flexor. Lift and get your height with a bent knee before you extend and lengthen with a lengthened leg. Knee comes back up. Extend the leg back. Slow and control. Bring the arms in front. Warrior 3. Now if you can, from your warrior 3, bring your arms down, lift through that leg, standing split. Don't worry about how high that leg is. This is not a competition, not even with yourself. Practice makes better. We're not worried about being perfect. Slowly release that leg down and come back up. Move into your tree, hands to heart center. So maybe I keep my toes onto the floor. Maybe I'm able to lift that leg up. Maybe to the ankle, maybe to the shin, never on the kneecap. So you're either ankle, shin, or you can take that foot up into the groin. If you can, come into your high tree. You want to push the foot against the leg against the foot to help you with resistance. This is Rikshasana, tree pose. Remember, trees can sway, so we can too. So if you find yourself swaying, it's okay. If you notice that your balance needs a lot of work, have a chair or a wall nearby, and release. Shake it out. Same thing on the opposite side. So I just lift my foot, maybe keeping my toes on the floor. Maybe I can lift it to the ankle, the shin, or up into the groin. Tree pose. Tree pose can be very meditative. So once you practice it for a while, you can actually start to close the eyes, which really tests the balance. Vision plays a huge part in balance, so make sure your balance has gotten a lot better before you start closing the eyes or be near something. All always good to practice balance every day, even if you just lift one leg up for a little while every day. Hands to heart center and shake it out. Nice job. So winding this practice down, we'll come back to the top of your mat. Bring the arms skyward, swan dive down. Remember, feel it in parts. Open your arms, open your heart. Flex from your hips. Lengthen through your back, tighten through your core. Then release your arms down, Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Press the hands back down. Now set one knee down and then the other. Release your legs out from underneath one another. So find your sits bones. Now, you know your limit. So you know how strong your core and your back is. Do not push it to a point of pain. So you can hold on to your knees for a moment, lengthen through your back. You want to keep your back as strong and long as possible. Try to avoid bending to the back like this, putting strain on the lumbar spine. So try to be here. Even if you need to keep your hands behind you or on your knees, do so. If you can though, lift up your feet so they're hovering just a bit off the floor. Again, then we're taking body weight off of something, right? So we release body weight, now we're having to adapt. So my core is tightening. Maybe now I can extend one arm out and the other. If I start to do that and that's not good, I can come back or I can press behind. See if you can extend one leg and draw in. Now, again, if you start to do this and this isn't good for your back, set one leg down and just set a foot down every time. Or bring your hands behind you. So modify as you need. Lengthen and come in. Lengthen and bend. And then, if you can, bring both legs out into your boat pose and into a crunch. Inhale to boat. Exhale to crunch. A few more of these. Inhale, boat. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, boat. Exhale, crunch. Now this time extend your legs out into boat pose and slowly come down. Bring your arms skyward and come forward into your Paschimottanasana. Remember, we're thinking more chest to thigh than we are nose to knee. If you need to bend your knees a bit, do that. So stretching takes a lot of patience. So get to where it feels good and stay there. Breathe. Let the muscles receive oxygen as you just stay there for a moment. Take a few cycles of breath in and out. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, try to come just a little bit further into the posture. Remember, lengthen through the back, more chest to thigh than nose to knee. And then as you take a deep breath in, come on up, lifting through the arms. And you have options here. You can really use the core, slowly coming down. If you need to bend through your knees and set your feet on the floor, you can do that. Bring the arms above the head, full body stretch here. And notice when your arms are above your head, your back is coming up off the floor. So it's okay for your back to arch with your arms above your head like this. But as you raise the arms up and bring the arms down alongside the body, you want that lower back to just fall into the mat. You always want to protect that lumbar spine. Bring one knee in and then the other. Hug onto your knees. Let your knees rock back and forth onto the mat. And then open the arms up into T position. Allow those bent knees to flow over to the left as your gaze floats to the right. Now you can relax your arm down or you can lift the arm up and hover it. Palm to the ceiling. Working the arm muscle just a little bit here. Breathe. Same thing, opposite side, my knees travel skyward, they float to the right as my gaze floats to the left. This is your half spinal twist reclining, much like what we did at the beginning with our Ardha Matsyendrasana. This is great for the spine, but move slow. Take your time moving into it. Maybe hover that arm, maybe relax it down. You know what you need. Raise the knees up. Open the legs. Bring your arms to the inside. Grab onto your shins, your ankles, or your big toe, and come into your happy baby or dead bug. So this is very freeing. Babies know to do this, very innate. Feels very good for the back, it's great for the pelvic area. So we're just rocking back and forth. And then allow those knees to come together. Give your legs a hug. Hopefully not your last hug today. Grab onto your right knee as you lengthen and hover the left leg. Maybe bringing nose to knee, pressing the lumbar spine into the mat. And then alternating, hugging to the left knee, lengthening to the right. And release. One leg down and then the other. Come to Shavasana. Yoga Nidra, deep relaxation. Many terms, many names for basically a time to be still. This is your time. This is your time to settle, to release, to reflect. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you breathe that breath in, feel a healing, cleansing light coming in and saturating every cell, bringing you energy, bringing you comfort, joy, and peace. As you release that breath, let go of things that are binding you, things that are holding you back. Maybe it's worry, maybe it's frustration. Start to bring movement back into the body. Wiggle through wrists, through hands, through ankles, wiggle through toes. Whatever your body tells you to move, move. Listen to your body. When you're ready, you can rotate over onto one side or the other. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, push with the opposite hand. Bring yourself up to this seated position where we all started just a little while ago. Remember, you're in the same posture on the same mat. You're in the same place, but you're not the same person. You're a new person. You have a new beginning, a new chance. So leave the past behind. Remember that mantra. We learn from the past. We hope for the future. But we should live right here in the present. Bring your hands to heart center. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu means may the entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. It's always my wish that you felt these things, and even more important that you take them out and share them with those you come in contact with. We always end our practice with that simple salutation, Namaste. It means the light and life in me, honors and respects the light and life in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Thank you for having patience with my little Yorkie poo who wanted to get into the practice, and you probably heard her barking and growling. But I hope you enjoyed this practice. We will have more that we're going to be posting, so let me know what you think. I teach 3 nights a week here in the Tidewater area. The classes are all free and I have mats, so if you live close by and you want to come see us, we'd love to have you. Namaste.